Hi boys and girls, welcome back. Here we are for another mystery word. Okay, so we have 3 mystery words, and just like always, I need you to go get a piece of paper and something to write with, or a whiteboard or something, and I want you to write down these 3 words. Okay, so pause here, write down these words. Okay guys, welcome back. So now we have 3 words that we're going to use our syllable division rules to figure out what they are. Okay, who remembers what the first rule is when we're going to try to split up a word into 2 syllables or 3 syllables? That's right, we have to find the first 2 vowels or the first 2 vowel sounds. All right, so let's have a look at this first word. What's our first vowel we see? A, very good. Underline it. What's our next vowel? Very good. I, underline it. Mark it with a V. Okay. All right, after you've got that, draw your bridge. All right, boys and girls, wow, when I look up above this bridge, 1, 2, 3, 4, I see 4 letters above this bridge. And that doesn't look like any kind of pattern that I know. That means that something must go together. Let's look and see. Do you see something here, any of these consonants that would go together? Okay, yeah, the CH, we know that goes together. That makes 1 consonant sound, ch. Okay, so we'll mark that as a consonant sound. Do you think the ND, would that go together? Yeah, ND is a blend. It says nd. That will go together, so we're going to underline the ND, the CH, and we're going to mark those with a C because they make consonant sounds. Okay? Awesome. Now, so let's look at this now. Now, we have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, and that looks like a pattern that I know. Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. All right, so I think you guys know where to split it, but I'm going to sing our little song because I like singing. And you ready? Here we go. I see a vowel on the left, see a vowel on the right, 2 consonants together, they shouldn't be so tight. Split between the consonants, that will make it right. That's what it's all about. Toot, toot. Awesome job, boys and girls. So we've split this into 2 parts. Now, the next rule is we need to figure out what kind of vowel sound are our vowels going to make. Because we know vowels have 2 sounds, long sound, short sound. And we can't read a word if we don't know if it's going to make the long sound or the short sound. So let's look at this A. And right away I see that it's closed in with this N and D. So let's mark that as a closed syllable. Okay? And what sound are closed vowels going to make? That's right, they're going to make the short sound. So it's going to say ah. Ready? D. Grand. So grand. So that first syllable is grand. Now the second syllable is tricky. And I did this on purpose because I want to see if you remember. Now, I taught you about some closed syllables that do not follow the rules. One of them was eind and one of them was ild. Do you remember that? Yes. And right here I can see ild. Do you see that? Circle that for me, please. Ild. Now, this is a closed syllable because I see the I and I see the LD is closing it in. But we've learned the rule for this. We've learned that when we see ILD, that we know it's going to say ild. So I'm not going to mark this as a closed syllable. I'm not going to mark it as an open syllable. We're just going to circle that chunk that we know, and we're going to remember that it says ild. Okay? So we have grand, and let's look at this chunk. Ready? Ild. What's the word? Child. Now let's put it together. Ready? Grandchild. And the word is grandchild. Awesome. So remember, these are tricky, and I did these on purpose because we need to know that when we're breaking words up, that not all closed syllables are going to make the short sound. Because if I see ILD, or if I see IND, then it's going to be a long sound. All right, let's take a look at our next word. Are you ready? Okay. Here we go. What's our first rule? That's right. Find our first 2 vowels, or find our first 2 vowel sounds. All right, so what's our first vowel we see? E. Very good. Underline your E. What's the second vowel we see? That's right. I. Underline your I. All right, let's mark them with a V for vowel. Good job. Let's draw our bridge. Good job. Awesome. Now let's look above the bridge. We only have one M, so that makes it pretty easy, and that's a consonant. Awesome. Now, this matches this pattern that I know. And here's our song for this one. Are you ready? Vowel, consonant, vowel. Vowel, consonant, vowel. The syllable pattern that I see is vowel, consonant, vowel. Split after the vowel. Split after the vowel. I'll split the word into parts after the first vowel. So we've got it split up. Our next thing is, if you need to pause or anything to get that ready, we need to decide what kind of sound are our vowels going to make. So let's look at our E. Is he a closed or an open syllable? That's right, he's open. There's nothing in this syllable that is behind him. And open syllables make the long sound. So this is going to be, what's the long sound of E? That's right, it's E. So it's going to be re. Ready to say that with me? Re. Now let's look at the next one. Here's one of those trickies we saw. I taught you about I-N-D. Let's circle that I-N-D. Okay, we know that this is a closed syllable. The I is closed in with the N and the D. But we've learned the rule that when we see I-N-D, sometimes it's going to say IND. Okay? So this is IND, mind. Let's put those together. Ready? Re-mind. Put them together. Remind. Now, if I was sounding this out and I decided and I forgot that it makes the IND sound if I try to end, let's read it and see what it sounds like. Remend. Is that a word that I know? No, not really. So remind makes the most sense. And remind means that you are just, somebody needs to call back to your memory something that you have forgotten. So this is remind. All right, next word. Ready? Okay, let's find our first two vowels or our first two vowel sounds. All right, what's the first vowel we see? That's right, it's A. Let's underline our A. What's the next vowel you see? I. Underline your I. Awesome job. Let's mark them with a V for vowel. Good job. Draw your bridge. Let's look above the bridge. I see an N and a K. Awesome job. So those are both consonants. Okay, N and a K. Consonant, consonant. So get that written. And does it match one of our patterns that we know? Sure does. It matches this pattern. So we know where we're going to split. Ready? I see a vowel on the left. I see a vowel on the right. Two consonants together. They shouldn't be so tight. Split between the consonants. That will make it right. That's what it's all about. Toot, toot. All right. So now that we've got it split up, some of you might already be reading this word and figuring it out. The more you practice this, boys and girls, the more you'll be able to do this in your brain when you see a word. Instead of having to draw all this, you'll be able to just visualize where you should break it up. That's why we practice it a lot. All right, so let's look. Is our vowel open, closed? That's right, it's closed. It's closed in with the N. So this is a closed syllable. Closed syllables usually make the short sound, except for our rule breakers that we've learned about. So this is going to be an, man. All right, what have we learned about I-N-D? That's right, it's going to say IND, IND, okay? Even though it's a closed syllable. Ready? So circle that for me. All right, let's go. Let's read it. K-IND, kind. Let's put them together. Ready? Mankind, mankind. Awesome job, boys and girls. Mankind is another word for humans, okay? Even though it has man, it doesn't say womankind usually, but usually if someone's talking about mankind, they're talking about all the humans, like all the people on the earth, okay? Let's read our words. Let's start at the top. Ready? Grandchild, remind, mankind. Let's read from the bottom up. Ready? Mankind, remind, grandchild. Thank you guys for doing such a great job on these mystery words. I want to remind you, you should be reading every day, okay? Read something every day. I don't care what it is. It could be a comic book. It could be the newspaper. It could be a magazine. It could be a book that you love. Read something every day. It's going to help your brain get smarter. It's going to make you ready for second grade, okay? All right, guys, I love you. I miss you. See you later.